job number J-20254754-2. We're accessing the sewer lateral from a 4-inch PVC cleanout tee located on a drain stack, which was added as a remodel. It's connecting to what would typically have been the building drain cleanout Y, but they extended it to add a drain for a bathroom. So we are about 77 feet in on the counter. We're looking at the flow of the connection to the city main sewer. A couple things of note here is we see a large lip on the top of the pipe, possibly even a gap on the upper central portion of the screen, and we see a very large mass of debris sitting right in front of our way. As we pull back, we can see we have some water flowing at the laundry tub to observe flow characteristics. So we clearly see that the water is sneaking underneath this mass, but it is definitely creating a physical blockage to the path of entry from this lateral into the city main sewer. So 1, the shift, and 2, the debris pile. Passing back, we see a 6-inch clay sewer lateral, and our first tree root penetration here at about 75-76 feet. We see a little bit of kind of chamfering of the physical clay, a lot of pitting from possible sewer cable equipment if it was really battling that spot. Passing back through our thickest of our remaining root masses. It goes for a length here, and then as we back away, we see the entirety of the root mass. So looks about 90% blocked still, with some water flowing through the bottom. Another root penetration remaining. Here we have a root penetration. We also see some fracturing. Water is sort of hiding it, but we can see the fracture curving from about 7 o'clock through 6 o'clock and back up to 4 o'clock. So we do have a fracture there on the bottom of the pipe. And a large massive tree root there. Another tree root penetration at the joint. Another root penetration at a pipe joint. Another tree root. Another tree root. Another larger root mass here, kind of blocking about half of the drain. So we can see the water favoring the bottom, so it is currently in the path of flow. Tree root penetration there at the joint. Another smaller tree root. Tree root at the joint. Tree root at the joint. 6-inch clay lateral is segmented, probably about every 2 to 3 feet. Another tree root at the joint. Another larger root mass, again kind of blocking the bottom half of the pipe at 44 there. Another tree root, ripped away pretty good in the bottom middle, but it's still there on either side. Another tree root. Another tree root. Now we're entering into our pooling section. So up until this point we had a modest trickle in the bottom of the pipe here, but starting at 38 feet on the counter, we have not only the tree root, but we submerge into water. Tree root at 36. Before, when we first passed through this section, There was a lot of toilet paper and solids hanging out, so a lot of that has cleared out, so it's more visible. Quite large masses of root on either side of us as we're passing back through this section. Pooling still continuing. Here we have a section where we're just a little bit under the water with the camera. More large tree root formations. Right around here, where the right around there, where we see the rapids, that's our true upstream point of our pooling. So initially the pooling started at 20, but now it's at 28 after some of the solids had flushed on through that section. So 28 to 38 is our pooling section. A little bit of tree root at 24. Tree root at 22. Tree root at 20. Root at 18. Root at 16. And now we're about to pass up getting close to passing up our clean out Y. So that one root at 16 was right on the outlet of the Y, and as we pass back through our clean out, we even have roots growing in on the clean out Y branch. So transition from 6-inch PVC or 6-inch clay, that's the sewer lateral, and likely heading 6-inch into the home, into the building drain, and then it's reducing as a 4-inch clean out. And then we're transitioning to PVC for our drain extension. And that is our clean out accessed. The stack goes into a couple of 45s, creating a long sweep 90, and then that junctions into an existing 4-inch cast iron hub, which used to be a regular building clean out, but then they added this drain for a basement bathroom.